I joined social media when I was in middle school. There was this picture of me standing up against this wall in my big North Face jacket, and I was making like the angriest looking face that I had ever made, I think, at that point in my life. And my friend who took the picture was like, "Oh my God, like that's got to be your Facebook profile picture." And I was just like, "Okay, I don't even know what that is." I went home and I asked my mom about it, and she was very adamantly like, "Yeah, you don't need to be on Facebook. There's no need for that." And I guess me being a little rebel, I decided to go downstairs and make an account, and that's how my snowball started to at first go down the hill. I never really took myself too seriously whenever I posted on social media. I just kind of, stayed silly and stayed true to myself as much as I could, but I began to focus on a lot of details that didn't really matter, such as like how many likes I got or how many people commented, and I used to think that that had some kind of impact on who I was and how many people liked me and whatnot. It got to the point where I was basically removing posts that didn't get enough likes. I was stressing out about like how quickly I got to a certain number, how many likes I got within an hour, and it started to make me get competitive with not only myself but with all of my friends that I followed on social media. And it sent me down like a dark hole of just, I guess, anger and depression that forced me to really like fall into a deep hole for what felt like a really long part of my life. I began to realize that you can't live your life constantly comparing yourself to the experiences of others or the success of others, because there's just there's too many people, too many things in the world. There's always going to be something better. There's always going to be something more fun, or someone with more money, or someone with more friends. These are just natures of life, and it's this comparative way of living that social media has unfortunately normalized to an extreme extent. Social media has also caused people to become a lot more superficial, like in the way that we live our day-to-day lives and in our daily relationships. Everything is about putting up this image of us. Everything is about fueling each other's egos through this amazing ability to share, which we've never had before. But if everything we're posting is just for the sake of getting people's attention, it starts to become non-genuine. And what's the point of this ability to share if everything that we're sharing is just fugazi?
It's all a fugazi. You know what a fugazi is?
No, fugazi. It's a fake.
Yeah, fugazi. It's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust. It doesn't exist.
I knew that digging myself out of the hole that social media helped me put myself into was going to be an uphill battle. And I think if I had to pick a single moment in my life where I really made a lot of progress in that battle, was when I went to Spain for my 20th birthday. I went to Spain with my sister because when I was like 16 or 17, she had found out that I had never been on a plane before, and she was determined to fix that. So we kind of she came up to me and was like, "Where do you want to go?" And I had never put much thought into traveling. So I just kind of said, "I don't know." I wasn't really sure. We basically chose Spain almost on random. Like we had spun a wheel and that's where it landed. And when we got there, I realized that my phone didn't work for some reason. I think it had something to do with my iOS being outdated. And we were there, we were in Spain, we were in Barcelona, we were in Tenerife, and we were in, I forget the other place we went, but we were there for about a week, and the whole time I didn't have like a functioning phone. Like I didn't have access to the internet, I didn't have access to social media. And I kind of took this as an opportunity to just enjoy the experience. It allowed me to not feel that I'm forced to live my life through the lens of my social media. It honestly felt so freeing and so relaxing to just kind of enjoy this vacation, to kind of, stop and smell the flowers, to kind of just take in this new country. My first time that I'd ever been outside of my country, first time that I'd ever been outside of the New York City time zone. And I was able to just enjoy it more than I think I ever would have. And I was able to enjoy it more than I had enjoyed a lot of things in my life. And I think it's because for the first time I was just kind of happy to be where I was and happy that I could just enjoy this and not look back on it and be like, oh yeah, I'm showing you or I'm showing this. I was able to just have this moment for myself. And that was something that I had felt perhaps for the first time in my life up until that point. You can even see the negative impact that social media has on our personalization and on our identities simply by just like the sense of humor that exists nowadays, and like the memes that get popular. So much of it is self-deprecating humor, and that's become what's normal now. It's become a world of putting people down and putting ourselves down when we should be lifting ourselves up at every possible moment. Working in an elementary school aftercare program, I work with a lot of kids from ages kindergarten to 5th grade, and so many of them are already on social media, and so many of them already have TikTok accounts and have Instagrams and Snapchats, and I get nervous whenever I think about it because I've already gone down the rabbit hole that social media can send people down, and I try my best to keep kids engaged and keep them from really holding on to the value of their real life and interpersonal relationships, because I don't want to see more people fall down the same holes that I did. Social media has given the average everyday person an insane amount of access to helpful information, an ability to connect with other people, to help each other through trying and difficult times, and just an ability to spread awareness about so many different topics in so many different ways. And it's made it in a lot of ways it's made the world a better place. While social media helps us stay connected with each other and helps us feel like we're still connected with the rest of the world, it has highlighted the importance of just remaining true to yourself and just remaining believing in who you are and believing in what you can do, and not worrying about trying to appease other people or trying to advance a certain image of yourself, and just start accepting you for you, because every person is special and nobody deserves to feel less about themselves because of what they see on social media. My final piece of advice that I would give is for people to take advantage of the benefits that social media can give. I'm not trying to suggest that we should avoid this monster as part of life, but we have to just make sure that you are living life for you, that the person who you're most seeking approval from is you. There's so many things, beautiful things to see in life, so much to be happy about and so much to be thankful for. So celebrate your achievements, laugh about your failures, learn from them, but don't ever let social media let you feel bad about yourself.